Maverick from programtom.com/dev here, and in this episode I'm gonna document the diagram of web push notifications and how they happen. So one of my latest tasks that I have in the bucket, I've tried to implement web push notifications. So there are several actors, like the user browser. There is the, just drag it. There is the server, and there is also the push provider, the server of the push provider. And there is a JavaScript library, JavaScript, yeah, on the client side that is responsible for getting the registration token and doing any other types of registration. So there is also a library on the backend that is responsible to pushing that is making server to server call, appropriate server to server calls, and it's on a secure way. And basically this is the high level overview. Like if you have a totally new user and a totally new user lands on your website, so from your site it downloads the JavaScript library of the push provider. So basically there are some challenges with that, with the latest evolution of the internet to have less cookies. So to accomplish that, loading external JavaScript is somehow worked around it with importing external libraries with JavaScript load library, and somehow having a cookie that is coming from here is worked around it with this library that is it's triggered to be downloaded from this server. So it is masked as something that is secure, and the cookie that is created is masked as not loaded from external source, so it is safe. So a new user must create a registration, a new push registration. Let's have it. So this push registration is created by this JavaScript library that is loaded in the user browser, and it must be sent to the backend, to your backend, so you could then use this push registration token server to server and have the push providing backend to be able to push messages to your user. And there are two sides of this. One side is when the user is still in the web page, and then it receives on message. Basically, this is something like a live notification, and this potentially could be accomplished without the push provider, but using some connection with the between the server and the browser, like having a socket open, or having some long pooling technology, or yeah, there are multiple ways, or on user interaction to use the same connection of some user interaction to also receive something that has been happened here, but has not been delivered yet to the browser. But when the user has left the page or has minimized the browser, then there is the need of a background message. And to accomplish background message, web sites need to be web apps, progressive web apps, and they must register a service worker. This is another library, another JavaScript code that can run even if the browser has been closed. And this is the reason why web applications now make the browser so heavy, and there is so much work going on, even that one is not opening actively the tons of sites that he visits. When these websites register service worker, they are run by Chrome or whatever browser that supports these latest APIs from worldwide consortium. So basically, the push provider communicates with the background, pushes a background message via the code that is registered in the service worker. So all of this is happening thanks to the JavaScript library that the provider gives. And so far, the biggest push provider is probably Firebase, Google's Firebase, and they have evolved the library so much that now the official documentation is more like a TypeScript code and snippets that if you try to run directly with JavaScript, it fails with some items not recognized in JavaScript terms, because they are from the TypeScript world that is passed through transcompilation. So in general terms, this is how push notifications work, with the help of JavaScript library that is registered in the user browser, and yeah.